Hi, my name's Jo. I'm from Australia and I've been living in Japan Tokyo for about the last 6 months. And this is my baby William. We had him back home in Australia.
Hi, my name is Anna. I've been living in Tokyo for 6 months now, and this is my baby girl Neela, and she's 3 months old.
So I had my baby back home in Australia, and we recently flew back here. So just a couple of experiences that I had. I'd recommend trying to pack as little as possible. We had actually 7 suitcases to bring back up here, but in terms of hand luggage, packing as little as possible I think is a good thing, because you've got as much as you can handle with your baby as it is. I was also told by my doctor before I left to try and breastfeed him on a central feed on ascending and descending, and that really helped with his sort of ear balance, and he was actually a perfect baby on the plane. He hardly cried at all, so everybody around was pretty impressed. So on the plane, the other thing I'd recommend trying to request the bassinet. It's not always possible, but it does help out a lot. Because he was quite little when we travelled up here, it was quite hard to hear him when he was crying in the bassinet, and it seemed fairly high. But if you have a bigger baby, a bassinet is definitely a good thing to request if you can. So in terms of breastfeeding, being a new mum, I suppose I was a bit scared about breastfeeding in public. But really here it's just like being back home. As long as you cover up, then everybody's fine with you breastfeeding in public. There's also different breastfeeding rooms, mainly in department stores and areas like that. I actually had a really good experience with breastfeeding. I was down the road in a place called Emoto Sando, and I couldn't find a place to breastfeed him, and it was raining. So I just went under a shop front, and there was these 2 men on different occasions that came up with an umbrella each to help me with an umbrella. So I thought that was really nice. They could see that I was getting a tiny bit wet with him, and yeah, that was a really nice thing that they came up and didn't have a problem with me breastfeeding, and even gave me an umbrella each. So that was really good.
So one of the things that I might recommend if you're traveling to Tokyo, if your baby's of an age where you can carry him or her in a little carrier as opposed with a stroller, I might recommend you try bringing that carrier along, because Tokyo's busy, the sidewalks are busy, and sometimes it can be difficult to find elevators or to find the space to push your baby around. Another thing I might recommend is if you have medications for your child, or even simple things like wipes or pain relievers, or something to numb a teething baby, you might consider bringing those with you. It's not that those things don't exist in Tokyo, it's just that a lot of those things are written in Japanese, and so unless you speak the language and you can read the labels, you might find it difficult to purchase those things. So if you're planning to do a lot of late night dinners when you're here with your baby, I would recommend researching the restaurants in advance, because here you can smoke in most of the restaurants, right? And so it can often be very smoky. So if you have the opportunity to ask around before about which restaurants have non-smoking sections, you might benefit from that.